One of, if not my least favorite emotion is guilt, particularly when you earn it, like when you mess up real bad and you feel guilty for what you've done. But there's a particular brand of guilt that I have a very much heavy disdain for, and that's the unfounded kind, when you feel guilty for stuff that you really shouldn't feel guilty for. There was a period in my life, like 3 years ago, where I did a lot of bad stuff. I hurt a lot of people. I namely hurt myself. And I still, to this day, feel very guilty for this period. And there's really no objective reason for me to feel guilty because I've made amends for most, if not all, of the things that I've done. And a lot of the reasons why I did those things can be boiled down to mental illness, but still, I can't shake that feeling. And my head knows that it's crazy, my head knows that it's not real, and that the universe isn't keeping score, and that there isn't a debt to be repaid. It's just not how things work, but I still feel it every once in a while. And in some ways, it motivates every single thing that I do. I give of myself constantly. I try to help as many people as possible. I always want to fix everything. And while some of that comes from a place of genuine compassion, another comes from this, this negative stuff, this impending debt that I always feel like I owe the world. And yeah, it can be an exhausting feeling sometimes. I saw a post on Tumblr that reminded me of this, and it was a post about Natasha Romanoff in the Avengers, and how she's just always willing to lay down her life because at the end of the day, she really does not like herself. And I was like, dang, because that's me sometimes, you feel? And it's not that I don't like myself, it's that I don't like parts of my life. In fact, I hate parts of my life, and I feel like and wish that those things didn't happen, but they did, and I can't keep that from existing. So what do? I go out of my way to help people. I give of myself almost to a fault, to the point where I sacrifice my own health and happiness. And it doesn't leave me in a good place. It doesn't leave me in any better place than I was before. Yes, people get helped. Sometimes things get better, but I don't get better. And that's not really something I want to do with my life. I want to be good to people. I want to help people. I want to make good things just to do it. Because why not? Because why not make the world a better place? Because why not make yourself a better person? But yeah, that guilt, it's not necessarily something that I've been feeling recently. In fact, I've been working extremely hard on myself to get past it, but it is still something that comes up, and I'm sure it's something that people feel outside of myself, but it doesn't really get talked about very often. So here's the thing, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell you that the past is the past. If you hurt people, all you can do is apologize and move forward. But at the same time, mental illness turns us into people that we don't always want to be. And that's not to get rid of all the blame from us, because of course, if you do something, you need to own up to it. But at the same time, sometimes we're just sick. And you should never have to apologize for being sick. You should never have to apologize or feel guilty for being in a position where you're suffering and you're hurting. You should never have to apologize for that. I have people constantly messaging me saying things like, I'm sorry to be a burden on you. I'm sorry to potentially upset you and make your day sadder or whatever. Don't think like that. Don't think like that, because people who help you, they want to help you. They're not just doing it, they're not doing it because they feel sorry for you. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. You can't assume that. But you're not a burden. You're just a person who hurts a little bit. In fact, that's every single person hurts. Everybody goes through stuff, everybody has stuff, and you should never feel guilty for your stuff. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say on that. I hope you have a lovely day, and if you have more comments that you want to leave, you can always leave them down below. But yeah, I will see you on Monday. You see my hair is different. Check that out. It's like a hybrid of my previous 2 haircuts. And I like it. I like it a lot. I hope you guys are doing great. Love you a bunch. I'll see you next time.